Hey, this is Seth Peterson with Cooper Spransky Realty. I want to quick tell you about buyer agency and why it's important that every buyer be working with their own real estate agent. Before I get into it, I want to point out this video is completely optional. All the information that you need to learn more about buyer agency can be found right here on this website. So if you don't like video or if you get tired of this video, feel free to hit the pause button at any time and you won't miss anything. The first thing to point out is that 90% of sellers sign a listing contract with their own realtor. So most sellers out there have a real estate agent that's looking out for their best interest, working for them. So you as a buyer, if you're out there and you want to buy that seller's house, you probably don't want to be working with that listing agent because, like I just said, they're working for the seller. They're not going to be looking out for your best interest. They're not going to be trying to negotiate a better deal for you, anything like that. So this is the main reason why you as a buyer want your own real estate agent. And specifically, you want to sign a buyer agency contract. Now, one of the great things about having a buyer's agent is that you shouldn't have to pay anything. So the way this works is that the seller, they hire the listing agent, they sign a contract, and there's a commission that they agree to pay on that contract. And the listing broker, almost every time, agrees to share that commission with whatever agent brings the buyer to that house. So it's kind of an already agreed upon thing that's out there between the agents that they're going to share the commission. Essentially, the seller is paying the commission for both realtors involved with the transaction. One important thing to note is that the amount of commission typically doesn't change whether or not there is another agent involved. So either the listing broker gets the entire commission or they share it with the buyer's agent. So it's kind of a myth out there that if you're a buyer and you have your own realtor, that it's going to raise the price of the house because of the commission involved. But actually, that's almost every time that's not true because the commission is already agreed upon between the seller and the listing agent. And no matter what, whether or not there's any other realtor involved, that commission needs to be paid if the house is sold. So like I said, either the listing broker is going to get the whole thing or they're going to share it. So it's kind of a myth out there that the buyer's agent is going to increase the price. I should note that you want to be working with the buyer's agent at the beginning of your home search. First of all, the buyer's agent only gets to share that commission if they are the ones bringing you to the house. So it's important that you only contact your buyer's agent as opposed to the listing agent or anybody else for that matter. For example, if you drive by a house you're interested in, do not call the realtor that's listed on the for sale sign. That's the listing agent, and they're working for the seller. So when you're interested in a house, you want to contact your buyer's agent, the one working for you, and then they can even set up the showing for you, answer any questions you might have. But also, like I'm saying, they're working for you. So you certainly want to be contacting the realtor that's on your side, so to speak. Here are kind of the bullet points of what a buyer's agent will do for you. They'll send property information to you for listings that match what you're looking for. So they essentially really help with your search for the right house. You can even get emails of new listings as soon as they hit the market emailed to you. Buyer's agent will set up showings for properties that you want to view. They'll attend these showings with you and answer any questions you might have. They will always be looking out for your best interest. So if you do sign that buyer agency contract, your realtor will be working for you, looking out for your best interest. They'll take care of all the necessary paperwork and negotiations when it's time to write an offer. So you don't have to stress over the paperwork. They'll be able to explain everything and then also help with the negotiations, try to get the best deal for you. And also they'll oversee the contract to close period, where a number of things can go wrong after you have an accepted offer with the inspection contingency, the financing contingency, other contingencies that might be there. You'll have your buyer's agent kind of overseeing the whole process, making sure that it's going to work. And remember that all of this should be free for you because the buyer's agent will be getting paid from the listing agent. So I say should be free because there are certain instances when the listing agent would not need to share the commission, and we kind of touched on that in the sense of the buyer's agent needing to bring the buyer to the house. And there's also about 10% of sellers that don't have a listing agent. So in those situations, there is a chance that you would have to pay for your buyer's agent services if you want a buyer's agent in that situation. One thing that I do though, when I sign a buyer agency agreement, I guarantee that my buyer will not have to pay anything. So I take a risk, those small chance that I wouldn't get paid. Just and I just do that in the sense I'm working for the buyer, and that's my client, and it's such a small chance that the buyer's agent isn't going to get paid. So a lot of buyer's agents will write the contract with a 3% commission. So that's something that you should, I guess, just kind of be aware of, that there is a chance that you would have to pay that if the contract's written up in that way. So if you're looking to move to or within the Madison area, please call or email me. I'd be happy to discuss buyer agency more, answer any questions you might have, and then also talk about your house search, what you're looking for in a house, and I'd be happy to work with you as your buyer's agent. If you actually want to start searching for homes right now, scroll down and there should be a link or a contact form to fill out, and then you can begin searching right now in the Madison MLS. Thanks a lot for your time.